Good evening guys, 6:12 p.m. Today is June 8, 2022. Visuals Molex D, Part 1 sa tuang School Time, Screen Recording Time series sa tuang subject na mo is Code of Ethics. Diri po sa atong Marvin Rey vlog. Kids Paint sa ta guys. Lobat na gini kaya ko guys, to be honest. Laban lang. Okay guys, musulod na ko guys Zoom class para sa subject na mo na Code of Ethics. Charge ako cellphone. Kita na ko sa inyo ha guys. Kung ano siya. Sa major subject. Script. Hala. Una ko ning ceiling fan dali.
Or to or individual or to group, where are you, um it's for you to decide. And then authority, respect, good if authority asks you, um sabi nga, you can only be respected, you can a person who can be respected is a person who is an authority. No, magsabay dapat yan. But nowadays, parang distorted ang image na ito. Pag authority, hindi man respect yung nasa kasabay, kundi fear, uh, threatening, this person is a threatening person kana sa ba isang klase ni nga authority. So supposed to be ang authority can be respected, no? O we only respect because he is the boss. So yan a dilemma, also a question, confusing thing to think and decide. So yun, so good na we obey because we do this because we respect person in charge.
Nakoy sulaton guys.
And then purity and sanctity, I think this is at the same time pwede ba
Screenshot na ko
mas
ning
sanctified ka ma'am even without na we are impure?
screenshot na ko ning
Or
date and time. Oh yes.
can I be pure and then not holy or sanctified or sanctity? So yun. So take note of that, no? You can be pure but not holy. Or can I be holy even if I'm not pure? But both supposed to be if you are but this is the reality of our me for as a Catholic, we have so many saints, no? Mga santos who are not pure but they are saints. So we can be saints, we can be we can reach that sanctity, holy, even if we are not that pure because they have fast, no? Si Saint Augustine, example, babaero, lasanggero, sugarol, whatever, but he became saint. He was chosen by God. He was converted. Saint Paul, grabe ang paglutos, no? Persecution ni Saint Paul sa Kristiyanos, pagpatay. So, but he became saint, great saint, great followers of Christ. Beautiful. So, we can still reach sanctity even if we are not pure. What is important really in our day-to-day life is really what am I or what am I doing now before God? Hindi na yung past. Anong ginagawa ko ngayon sa buhay ko in front of God and others? Ito kasi importante, no, the present. Will my action bring me to sanctify myself or to be with God when I die? Will I be united with God when I do this or when I do not do that? So yun. So those are the foundation of morality and ethics. Now, this is also a beautiful question. What is the difference between freedom and responsibility? Ano bang kaibahan nitong word na ito? Sa dalawang word na two words. Freedom and responsibility. Freedom is the ability to set your schedule, to decide on the work you do, to make decision. So that is freedom. Freedom is the ability to set your schedule, to decide what you are going to do or work, and to make decision. That is freedom, to make the decision, to do what is good or reject what is evil, or opposite, to do what is evil and reject what is good. So that is making decision. While responsibility is being held accountable for your actions. So did you see the difference between the two words, freedom and responsibility? So I repeat, freedom is the ability to set your schedule, to decide on the work you do, to make decision. While responsibility is you are being held responsible for your actions. responsibility might involve figuring out how to get paid to work, or uh, how to recover what you have done uh, in the past that was really hurtful to yourself and to other people. So you are accountable for your, or you're responsible for your, of what you have done in the past. Okay, so that's the difference between freedom and responsibility. Now, what is the role of freedom in performing moral acts? A long-standing position in philosophy, law, and theology is that a person can be held morally responsible for an action only if they had the freedom to choose and to act otherwise. Yan, doon ay malaking role ang freedom. If the person himself is morally responsible for his or her action, and then he has that, or he or she has that freedom to choose, no? To choose what is good and to reject what is evil. So then, okay. Now, why is freedom or responsibility is important to human freedom? Why is responsibility is important to human freedom? Freedom is achieved if a person accepts the responsibility, and it is considered that a man is responsible for all elements for themselves, which contain the ability to make choices and do anything. So freedom really is consider that man is responsible in all the elements, no, for themselves, which contain the ability to make choices and do anything. So this is practiced through daily living, because everybody is engaging endlessly in the process of forming themselves or one's identity. So, can you, are you still with me? Are you not
Po.
are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Now, what are examples of moral responsibility? So, marami, no? Marami. Um, I will only give you some, but you can, I think, you can give many, no? So, for example, one may have a moral obligation to help, no, to help a friend, an old grandma or papa, or old grandma or lola, or to support an old age parent, no? Or AIDS, old age parent. And then, what else? Yung bang to minimally respect another's autonomy, independence, or moral agent. So those are example of moral responsibility. Or can be also fairness, no? Being fair in all dealings in your day-to-day life. So that is also example of moral moral foundation, I would say, not responsibility. An example of moral foundation. So you can help your aged mother or grandma, papa, an old friend who is very sick, and then being fair to everyone. So it's a very good gesture, or I would say a kind of, it's a virtue. Yung very just ka na tao, very, very fair to everyone. It's, para sa akin, virtue yan. No? Hindi mo yan din maangkin kung if you are not that since childhood, or mas sa bata ka pa. Siguro nakita mo yan sa lolo mo, lola mo, mama, parents mo na kung mag deal when they deal to people, when they relate to people, they are very fair. Or even in their siblings, among the siblings, no? Sila mama, papa, magpakita sa amin, walang paborito, very fair. Sila mag-relate sa amin. No? So, kung nakikita mo yan at saka you are proud that your parents are like that, so eventually, slowly, you become like one also, like them. Parang iniidolo natin sila na pag ako may magkapamilya, ganun din ang gagawin sa pamilya. Being just and fair. No, no unfair treatment. Ako, I'm trying to do that in my very own life. I'm old now, I'm senior citizen, but I'm trying to do that when I'm single. But to all my nieces and nephews, that's why I'm the one telling our eldest, treat your children with fairness. No such kind of unfair treatment. Kung ganito ang so wala. So kasi ganun ako sa pagpakita sa mga nephew and even now mga apo, no, walang paborito. Sila lahat mahal ko. So kung may ibigay sa isa, say kung anong disiplina sa isa, ganun din. So walang kasi ikaw ang eldest o ikaw ang youngest, mas the same. Yun, ganun. Walang unfair treatment. Ganda yun. So, now, can there be freedom without responsibility? Can there be freedom without responsibility? I tell you, without responsibility, there is no freedom. True freedom always entails responsibility. Kasi I would like to re-emphasize here this word freedom here, no? When it comes to morality like this, kasi yung karamihan sa ngayon ginagamit yan ba na freedom. Katungod ako gagawasan maghimo ani ano man mo. Very wrong, because your freedom is in morality, your freedom ends when the freedom of others begin. Diba I told you before the example of this, like for example, when you tune in very noise, gusto ka, because you have a good siguro speaker or sound, basta nindot yung unit siguro sa balay nga gusto ka nga kung magpatugtog ka, makadungog ang tibuok. Silingan. It's true that you have freedom to tune in your speaker, like a pot. Your freedom ends when your neighbor knocks at your door and tell you bye, die. Hinay-hinay na sa imong tugtog kay nakatugaw na sa nakadisturbo na sa kasilinganan, no? And then labaw na maingon siya kay nara mas balaw doon alas 10 na sa gabi, dapat palungo na ang sounds. You see, that's really true freedom. You're responsible what you have done. So you can tune in your sounds, but take note, you are not disturbing other people because your freedom ends when your neighbor's freedom starts. Take note of that. Pwede mo kung kana lang karon, no? Grabe na kita nga itong diring sa Davao, no? Sa atong si Duterte ba na wala na smoking sa public places. Dakpo na. Sa mga atong katungod manigarilyo ta. Katungod, pero adto ka sa lugar nga diin, dito lang magsigarilyo dili basta asa-asa lang kay maka create magkagkuan uh, would say health problem to other people, especially sigarilyo. Ang result ba sa mga tuberculosis o TB na sickness sa mga tao, dili man kay sila ng sigarilyo, nahanggap nila ang mga aso sa sigarilyo mo na gusto maka-TB. Daw na pumuwi kang lungs. Kadaghanan sa na TB, kinahanggap nila sige permi ng sigarilyo diya sa kulay ka ng nagsigarilyo sa buhay papaba, mama o isuon. O, mo na sila ang endanger sa lung sickness. No? So, kadaghanan sa mga na makahanggap po. So, your freedom ends no? To smoke when the freedom of other members of the family starts. Oh, ma, oh, kuya, dili mo dapat magsigarilyo diri nga naay mga tao. Dito mo sa walay mga tao. Kay maangin mi sa inyo ha. Madaw ta mo ang pangluwas. Kahanggap sa inyo ha mga ako. Sorry to tell you, dali ra ko masuka sa ako sa sigarilyo. I don't like it. So, isa na sa dili na ko gustong bisyo sa mga sa membro sa pamilya or sa kwan. So far, dihat sa akong mga bata nga wala sila no? Pero sa mga relatives, grabe na. So take note of that. Your freedom ends when your neighbor's freedom starts. Okay? How do you balance freedom? Very good question. How do you balance freedom and responsibility? Beautiful. Manage your time, balance your freedom and responsibility by managing your time. Beautiful. Like for example, after figuring out your class or work or internship schedule, go through your calendar and set aside a specific time for studying and homework. Beautiful example. How do you balance freedom and responsibility? I have the freedom to you have to be with my group, with my friends, chat here and there. Yes, but take note that you are studying, you have also you're responsible for your studies. And so, I have, this is my freedom. This is my, my right to chat, sa mga nariya, sa pa yung mga social media din na, ako rin ka na, but, your freedoms to do that stops when you start to think about your studies. Meaning, balance your time, managing your time. May panahon ka sa mga friends mo, sa mga chatting, o Twitter, whatever, mga texting, o nanya. But, may time, balance din na. May time ka din for studies. Making up your assignments or project, whatever. So, managing your time. A very good example on how to balance freedom and responsibility. So, you're responsible of your action. May freedom ka nga, pero accountable ka to your day-to-day life's action.
Day-to-day lives.
Freedom mo ka to do this, but take note na you are a student, and so therefore you have also to do what you are supposed to do as a student. Hindi mo yung kalimutan. So managing your time, balance lang, balance no? Kasi karanasan ngayon, ito rin nangyayari sa atin, no? Yan, very really realidad, no? It's a reality in this particular subject. You enroll this subject and yet you cannot do, or you can participate in the class because some are, especially those who are working, no? Ma'am, hindi ko ba kuan ko ma'am nagtrabaho, ma'am, see? Ah, so ano mo? Ha? Dapat balanse. Kabalo ka. Kano sa mga nagtrabaho, dapat ano, hanto dyan sa gabi ang trabaho. Nag-enroll man mo ni gabi, and I think when you enroll evening class, because your your work ends 5, because after 5 you are supposed to go to school or online class. And what happened? Man, marag kada karamihan, no, hindi marunong mag-manage sa kanilang time. So, I will ask you now, what is important to you? What's priority for you now? Your work or your studies? So, mag-compromise ka talaga. Oh, we have to really to choose, switch, no? Very important ang dalawa, pero I don't know, para sa akin kasi kung pero before I'm also a working student, no? I have done my college and masteral working so hard. Pero I never compromise or never really uh, sacrifice my studies. The more, maskin grabe akong trabaho, hard work ko ha, pilining nagtrabaho kong hard work akong trabaho ako, nagtrabaho sa office na nag-iban ko, ah, nag-eskwela sa balay. So kapoy, pero I manage myself to study na diligid ko, maningkama siya ko dili mabsent. Pero karon, mura gino mura absent klase. Ah? So what happened? What happened to your freedom? What happened to your responsibility? Mas lisod ni kaniadto kaysa kamo karon. Masayo na lang gani mo kay dali nara sa inyong kiliran yung gadget. Kung mag-online class ta. But you have so many reasons to give why you cannot. Maingon ko, sa klase na ako sa Ateneo, I'm telling my students, you can give me many reasons why you cannot, why are you absent. Valid or not valid, it's between you and your God. Ha? Si God na mag-judge. Pero, look at your action, ha? So, yun lang ang sa akin. Kasi, mas ano nga yun nga, online, dali lang kasi andyan lang yung cellphone. Kung gustuhin, pwede. Huwag nyo sa akin palagi i-reason because you are working. Why did you enroll this subject when you could not participate? So, that is it. Dili pwede na manghatag ng grado nga wala mo nag-participate most of the time. So take note of that. Maghatagay na ba next week na ba ang graduhay? Pero nag-extend ko up to next week atong natin sa exam kasi na-late din tayo ng start. So yun. Kaya nga gusto ko siguro sa written exam siguro on we'll see. Not on Monday lesson and then gusto ko oral ang final exam, oral. Isa-isa ko sa iyo. Isa-isahin ko kayo. Starting next week. Mga ilang araw yan. Isa-isahin ko kayo yun ang final exam yung oral exam. Kung dapat bang ipasa o hindi. No? Yun ang exam ko ngayon sa inyo na written na naka-folder yun o. Dako na. It's a very big points na pwede man yan gawin ko yan later na. No? Pero doon ko, malaki ang puntos ko, parang long exam yung oral exam, individual. Isa-isahin ko pa yun sa oral exam. Yun ang final exam na I will see us to who are really learning and trying to be honest and true to their very own life, no? Kasi sayang, kasi klase tayo dito, pero wala lang man, no? Para dito lang, hindi naka-assimilate dito, then put that into action. So, take note of that. Baka nasa isip nyo rin, kasi Samsung ito, pwede lang, ano lang kayo ng, pwede pasukan. kan, pwede hindi. No. Sino yung ang ingay dyan? Okay? So, I'm so sad. Cervantes, kindly put off your microphone. Uh, I'm so sad to say this, but for those who are not regular in my class, I do not know what will I do to you. So, and you are not really reaching out to me as to what you will do to to recover or to really pass this subject. Wala pag yun sa man ako ang mana kana maka ako mangitag pamaagi kamo ang mag-reach out kung sa inyo ang himuon wala mo nakahimo sa inyong ang himuon ha. Okay? So take note freedom and responsibilities. Your freedom ends when the freedom of others begins. So be responsible of your action. Kaya nga, when I studied my masteral, another masteral, dalawa yung masteral ko, yung sa guidance and counseling, sabi ko ngayon, sa isang ngayong sa klase ko, sa masteral na, pag absent ka, you are absent. Do not make any reasons. Do not give me reasons. Why? Because you can give me thousands of reasons. Valid or not valid, well, is between you and your God, you and your Allah. Huh? So, kasi hindi. Ang Diyos ang nakakita kung ano ginagawa niyo. So ako, I'm just trying to guide you to really go to the right path. Because this is ethics. So, doing what is right, supposed to be good, if not best. Okay? So that's my we will have maybe siguro mag-klase pa sa Friday. Maybe Monday is the written another exam and then the final will be next Friday is dili na magsugod akong individual Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will divide the group into 6 maybe group. Akong i-post kung kinsa ana nga adlaw. Now, if I will post your name in that particular day, go to that particular day. If you will go to another group, I will not entertain you. Kana you have to follow instruction. Kaya katulad simple instruction last time, agto dito sa pikas kuan. Simple instruction you could not follow. So I will tell you, you are in group 1. That's Wednesday. You are in group 2 and you are in group 3. So diha ka mo adto. Pag mo adto ka sa lain ng time, you are not entertained. I will not entertain you. I will divide the group. I will post the name kung kinsa ang nasa Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we have maybe kung 5-10 minutes each, kung 60 o 1 hour, 10 minutes each ang isa, 5 pinakadugan ng 10, depende no. So maybe 6 yun ang kada session. 6 person lang. Kaya murag wa mo kaabot pog 18 diri kanunay, murag 15 ra man O lagi mo gawas ng ubang pangalan bas mag-exam na natinganan ko. Wala mo kamot kung 6 maybe. So 18. So 6 lang kada grupo. Pero wala gid mo kaabot 18 actually, no? Abot na ng ubang pangalan bago sa karon lang di man mo 18. Pero this I will tell you 5 or maybe 6 in a group. So that will be the last class. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Oral. Yun ang yung final na exam. Okay? So, how can you apply responsible freedom in your life? Responsible freedom in your life. How can you apply this? 1. Here's how to start creating your own freedom. Number 1. Realize the only person responsible for your happiness is you. Huh? Realize that the only person responsible for your happiness is you. It's not the second person or the third person, kundi ikaw. Huh? Uh, that's the first one. Second, hold on to your personal power. Don't step into victim or martyr roles. Yun. How to apply freedom in your life. So, ayaw pagka biktima diha o usab pa nga martir kuno hay. No? Hold on to your personal power, the true power in you, the God's grace in you. So, diha kasunod. Ayaw padala-dala diha sa imo pagka you're a victim or a martyr. So therefore, the freedom is at stake. So hold on to your personal power. Third, set boundaries. Yes. How to apply responsible freedom in your life? Set boundaries. Your values will tell you what you are prepared to accept in life. Your values will tell you what you are prepared to accept in life. Especially when you have this group dating, uh, or even individual dating na, no? Very, uh, mas delikado sa individual dating. O baka mag-go beyond what is expected. So, set boundaries. Hanggang saan lang kayong dalawa pupunta at hanggang saan lang uh, uh, ang kanyang gagawin para sa iyo. So, yun. Set boundaries. Kasi doon nag-start ang yung mga pregnancy, sobra-sobra nang walang boundaries kung saan pupunta. Sige lang date, wala nang talaga disiplina. So yun kasi ang temptation. So always set boundaries in relationship, individual relationship, or group dating. No? Saan ka set boundaries sa mga pinupuntahan mo ba yung mga pinapasyalan ng mga kaibigan. Okay na. Ano bang tinitake nila? O ano bang iniinom nila? O, set boundaries. Kung wala yan yun, your freedom will be at stake. Pag sabi ni mama, papa, okay, papayag na pupunta ka doon because you're already 80 years old. But, may curfew ka. You will be here at home na. Be at home at 10 p.m. Ayun. So, be faithful. Before 10 p.m. siguro ano na sa bahay. Ganun din ako sa mga bata. Okay, fine. Go to that, at this point of time, andito ka na sa bahay. Okay? Para mabayagan pa kita sa sunod. No? So, huwag mag-abuso. And that's also for your safety and care. Hindi ka mapunta na sisaan. Hindi ka your life will not be at stake or will be you'll be safe if you do this. And then, ganun. Huh? So, set boundaries. Kasi diyan sa bahay, I always, saan ba hanggang mapupunta yung boyfriend mo sa bahay? Wala yan, hindi makapunta yan sa kwarto. Sa sala lang yan. O sa kusina. No? Hindi yan makapasok sa kwarto. Yun. Kasi hindi yan. Ang kwarto is only for us, for the members of the family. Hindi pa yan sa member, ha? Hindi isang dapat magpasok sa kwarto. Ang karamihan ngayon, pinapapasok sa kwarto. Hindi ba sala yung kwarto? Doon sa sala, hindi sa kwarto. Take note of that, ha, mga young people. Hindi nyo na alam kung saan papasukin ang bisita. Dito tayo sa kwarto. Maskin pa, babae na mga friends. Dito tayo sa kwarto. Room is for resting. It's not for chatting. Disiplina. Ha? Disiplina. So, marami tayong really try to check our values and our actions. because we will be responsible for it. No? Karamihan, pag walang boundaries, inaabuso ka. Okay? Then, fourth, find your true purpose. Anong purpose ng life mo? Nakatanong ka na. Find your true purpose. Bakit pa nga ba ako dito? What's the purpose of my life? Have you asked that one? We will that one. We will discuss that later in the individual exam. And then fifth, take action. Oh. How to be responsible? Take action. Kung may problemang nangyari, mga lapses, take action. Do what you're supposed to do. Ayaw pa luya-luya diha o ayaw pa ya. Masugod ang krimen, no? And be, I would say, be smart to stand up if you fail and then rise up again. Take action. If you fail, no. Kung nadapa, okay, bangon. Make another step. Move on. Take action. Ganun dapat. Hindi tayo dapat na kung nadapa, doon na lang. Lulubog na lang sa putik. No. So those are the, I would say, the how you can apply responsible freedom in your life. Those are 5. Okay. Can a moral person act with moral responsibility? Can a moral action act with moral responsibility? Most people would agree that a person cannot be morally responsible for actions that he could not help but perform. Take note, most people would agree that a person cannot be morally responsible for actions that he could not help but perform. Very no? Malaking kasalanan, excuse ka agad. Moreover, moral praise and blame or reward and punishment seem to make sense only on the assumption that the agent is questioned, that the agent in question is morally responsible. Yun. So, wag mo itindihin yung first phrase kay grabing excuses doon. Couldn't be most people yung hindi gusto mag-ako ng kanilang failures at kasalanan. Yun ang sabi nila na they are not morally responsible. Dali lang maghugas. But actually, no, they are morally responsible. So a moral person act with moral, I would say, can ba niya? Question. But the answer is a moral person act with moral responsibility. Can man dito? Yes, it's true. He can act with moral responsibility, sure. Because he decide to do that. Maskin magsabi pa siya kasi nag-push sa akin, siya nag-invite sa akin. Ayun. Madali lang kasi mag-blame ng iba, di ba? But still, you're responsible. Bakit napunta ka doon sa bar? Kasi, because you decide to go. Kasi kung ayaw mo talaga, hindi ka mapunta sa bar. See? Not unless na binira ka o ano ba? Another story naman yan. May kaso yan kasi pwersahan. Pero kung walang pwersa, you decide to go. So meaning you're responsible of your action. Okay? Bakit ka uminom? Bakit nag-take ka ng drugs? Kasi this is another, that's a case again. Kung hindi mo alam, drugs na lagyan
Hala,
ng inumin.
patay.
Excuse me. So that's another, but kung walang ganun, you decide to really, alam mo, nilagyan nun ng medicine drug, tapos ininom mo, you decide to really, so be responsible of your action. Kaya na-rape ka, nakatulog ka man, yung rape ka doon sa isang kwarto. Hindi mo alam. Kasi, maraming taong responsible for that action. Ikaw, yung mga kasama doon sa bar, kasi, and I would like to
Galaw-gawa, anyway.
To give this beautiful example of a saint. He said, what Saint Teresa of Avila, a very great saint in the, I don't know, what century, 15th, 16th. He said, when you go to hell, because you decided to go to hell, very strong. When you go to heaven, because you decided to go to heaven. Totoo. If you are stealing, if you are lying, because you decided to do so. Walang ayun po. If you are really in good sense,
Mali lagi ni.
you are, a person is mature, alam mo kung anong iniisip mo, anong sinasabi mo, anong ginagawa.
0.9 to dapat 920 megabytes to.
That's another thing to think. May
Lag lang
sa'yo.
siguro. Lag.
When you decided to tell lies, to steal, to cheat, because you planned it. So meaning, you decided to go to hell. Because yung mga lies, cheating, stealing, eventually will lead you to rob, to kill. Yun. Okay. Saan man tayo pupunta? Now, when you decided to go to hell, you start living a life that is good, honest, not cheating, not
Di na tayo mag
stealing,
2 parts. Uy,
respectful, fair. Yun, right. Although life is not perfect, you fail, but still, pag nagtapa, babangon, again, try to become a better person that you are. Because that's what God asks us when He gives us freely His beautiful life in us. Okay? Now, the last question before we end, what is, why there can be no morality without freedom? Why can there be no morality without freedom? Morality without freedom asks whether we can be morally responsible if we are not free. Ordinary moral theory holds people responsible only for actions they can control. Freedom requires both the possibility of committing and refraining from an action. So, why there can be no morality without freedom? Bakit walang moralidad kung walang, ano yung sa Tagalog, freedom?
Kagawasan, ma'am?
Ay, sa Bisaya na.
Kalayaan, ma'am.
Okay.
Anday.
Ayan. Yon, sa Bisaya kagawasan. No morality without. So, wala daw goodness o moralidad kung walang kalayaan o walang kagawasan sa Bisaya. Why? You know what? Nobody ay maayong mahitabo kung walay kagawasan. Napagudbay dili may tabo kung walay kagawasan maguban man sila ng moralidad and freedom. Morality and freedom, they go together. So because morality is doing what is entitled to do, so who is the one doing it? You. So meaning the person who has the freedom to do it, to do what is good and right, and reject what is evil and bad. Okay. So So moral responsibility is about human action and its intentions and consequences. Moral responsibility is about human action. I repeat, moral responsibility is about human action and its intentions and consequences. Beautiful, huh? Human responsibility is about human actions and its intentions and consequences. Okay? So therefore, uh, generally speaking, a person or a group of people is morally responsible when their voluntary actions have morally significant outcomes. That would make it appropriate to blame or praise them. Blame them if it is bad and praise them if it is good. So, morally responsible, their voluntary actions. When their voluntary actions have morally significant outcomes. Can it be good that they will be blamed, or it can good they will be praised. If it is bad, they will be blamed, and maybe worse, they will be punished or go to jail. Okay, so questions? Any questions?
Ma'am, question.
Yes,
For
Clay.
my notes lang. Katong kan a moral person act with a moral responsibility. Unsa ganito ikaduha ma'am, duha man to kabuk. Imong gi-mention. Katong after sa katong he could not help but perform. Unsa itong next ato?
People would agree that a person cannot be morally responsible for action that he could not help but perform. Meaning, there is no second, but this is a question, no? Can a
Ay
moral
question ito.
question? Can a moral act or can a moral person act with moral responsibility? Yes. Yes, the answer. Huh? Because a moral person is the one responsible for his action, di ba? So, he has that moral responsibility for its or for his or her action. That's the question, manang question. Can a moral person act with moral responsibility? Yes, of course.
Thank you
Because he
ma'am.
is the one performing the action. Is responsible for his action. So if it is good, he is praised. If it is not good, he is to be blamed. And the worst is he will be put into jail or be punished for his action. Okay, another question? No more?
No more. No more.
So we will be meeting on Friday and your
Uy,
exam will be on
Monday.
Monday. Is it okay? Monday or Tuesday? We will see. Huh? Written exam. The last exam because the last written exam. And the final exam would be on individual, no, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will give you your assignment maybe Monday or this coming Saturday kung saan kayo na belong. And your assignment for tomorrow, uh,
Hmm?
can you write this? I do not know if or do you want me to hindi ko busy ka sa masyado sa opisina, hindi ko talaga nasulat. Or I can just put this in the group chat after this class. The assignment that will be put in the folder again. I will write this after this class sa natin sa group chat. Okay lang? Okay ba?
Okay lang ma'am. Okay lang ma'am. Thank
Sige,
you.
sige.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, sige. Okay, thank you very much and let us thank God for this evening. Lord, thank you very much for this evening, for your grace and mercy and inspiration. Thank you for the presence of each one. one, and for your presence among us. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. God bless you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Salamat,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Char, how the Guys, dito ako to. Thank you for watching, guys. Love you all. By the way, wait. Okay, usab. Thank you for watching, guys. Love you all.